Hello beautiful people, wherever you are, welcome back. Let's go back again to the root of today. Here we are, always changing the position so as we can just get much of the content, democratizing and making the hay fit right now here. And we have much of the things to retail and make sure that we're going to be getting much of the points coming out clearly one-on-one here as we get the segment going. We have Gabby Vases. What has happened to Gabby Vases? Things going to be coming to abscond the law and things going to be getting out as demystified. As one-on-one, we're going to be getting what is really happening to Bushman Dude. Is he having the most cucumbers in the world? Or what's really happening here? Or we're going to be having a most terrifying cucumber to us? I don't understand. What is really? Keep it tuned, keep it locked, because I'm going to be giving you much of the alliterations. And we're going to be getting much of the point what is really cucumberizing and getting to the real point of today. If your first time you checking in, thank you very much for you being in. And we're going to be getting you much of the things because things are getting worse outside here. And things are becoming more worse. As we're going to be making sure that people are going to be getting the real point because we are sympathizing with this kind of the dude. We are talking about the dude who is the Bushman dude who is exercising himself as a terrorist because he's acting, even the mood that you can even see this kind of the boy is whenever he's walking here and there, because I have a history, even me. Let me tell you the facts here, because you have never been told the fact about the Bushman dude, and I have it. And this is the story. Let me tell you guys. During the corona session, it was a COVID-19, but it got into Kenya in 2020 around March. Like right now, it was the time that it got into Kenya. One of the lady came to Kenya who was affected with the corona and started traversing and making its own routes to the regionum of other people who are staying so fantastic outside here. So during that time, much of the hotels were closed and the Bushman dude was working in Mombasa. And when he came with a girlfriend, and that girlfriend, I was just doing much of the things in terms of making sure that I'm putting some music in a cyber. Then they came with this kind of the girl, and they started talking about, don't you know that the corona is available? Don't come closer to me. Who told you that corona was there in Nyabohanse? Stupid heads there. So whenever this kind of the lady was being incited because of the money the Bushman dude was ever working with as a chief chef. If you have never known, Bushman dude is a chief chef. And when he came, he was just talking very rubbish to other people, thinking about he was the one who was owning this kind of the world. And the fact is, I was putting much of the music during that time in such kind of a cyber. And this kind of a guy, they came and I talked about, hey bro, have you finished, you know, whenever you have your brothers here and there and talking about, hey, have you finished putting some music or some movies, some series to my own flash? Talked about, yeah bro, I have finished, okay, give me. So I went inside there and Bushman dude was standing here and the girlfriend was standing at the other side. So I passed in between and I talked about, hey, give me that kind of a flash now. And what came out, the effect now comes out clean as this kind of the lady came out and talks about, are you normal? Don't be stupid. Don't you think that the corona is available? I talked about which kind of corona, because am I affected? Am I having I was even wearing this kind of the thing called talk about the face mask. And not even the face mask, talk about the dirty mask that people do apply onto there. Talk about the nose and make sure that you cannot inhale such kind of the substance. And this kind of the lady was so rude, thinking about she's the only person who knows about the corona. And the Bushman dude was just standing there now as black as charcoal, as a stone which is being cooking in African traditional kitchens. And he was talking about this kind of the things, and he was having much of the beards evaporating and immersively applying onto his own face, and he was talking very bad about people. Then I talked about, hey bro, what's the problem? Am I having corona whenever talking about I'm coronalized? Am I having corona during that time? And I talked about, don't be stupid, you girl. I don't like such kind of a stupid animensis here. And Bushman who talked about, I'm going to be going to the police. I want you to know who I am. You are messing with my girlfriend. Talked about my friend. If you are going to the police. So this kind of the people, they started talking about the police while I was just still not even having the YouTube channel. Whenever this kind of the people never coming out with this kind of their scenarios, talking about, oh, the police. Do you think a police doesn't have a cucumber? Do you think a police doesn't have an area exposed which is beneath the surface area? So this is the fact. Everybody will understand how the things comes out. You are talking about you are in a cyber. talking about we should check on how we are just going. And I came there as fast. So that is the point that I knew how he was rude beyond measure. So I knew, and whenever now the girlfriend stayed at the home and realized that Bushman dude has nothing to offer to the society, she had to evacuate and go back to Mombasa. And when Gabby was arriving at the villa and was promised that there's no room at the villa for her to sleep, because she came while even the villa had not even reached the segment of people sleeping there, and only Kenge was sleeping there with the sausage girl. So she had to make sure that she's leaving to Nyabuanse and getting a cube there so she can just be sleeping there. And she was ever coming to check on Mawera, and Mawera was not having such kind of intention and affidavit of talking about, oh, I like this kind of the people, I like this kind of the Mzungu, oh, Gabi A, Gabi B, Gabi C, and that's how the trending went. And once upon a time, Mawera was doing the work of, it was called the clay bath. And when it reaches at that kind of the point, Gabi came to the other side of the river and sat and was looking on how Mawera was wearing a very smart short, which is a black short, and very dark, decisive, huge enough, and was walking this way. You will think that he's just collecting some fishes onto the short, and was walking immensely. And Gabi now was talking about, this is the guy I can just need, because I need such kind of the people who are energetic enough and very fantastic for cucumberizing and making sure that they can categorize my body fantabulously. What happened again? Things changed, and things changed with an immense manner. Why am I saying so? During that time, whenever the construction of the clay bath was ongoing, this kind of a guy called Bushman dude was a handman. He was employed with Ayamaro to make sure that he is working as a handman, bringing stones in terms of building the perimeter wall alongside the river. And that's the time now they started talking about, hey Mzungu, can you come and we show you? Can you come and have some clay bath here and there? The Mzungu came and talked about, I was looking for Mawera here and there, and Mawera was not interested with her. So the only point is Mawera was eating money with this kind of the lady talking about, I'm gonna be getting you to Meru, I love you here and there. But whenever it reaches, whenever Mawera monetized the channel, he talked about Gabby Vases nothing, and they started having some donations. Gabby Vases was nothing at that kind of the time. So what happened again? So this kind of the gentleman, I just appreciate you very much, because you talked as a man. You talked about, hey, without you hesitating and getting much of the tension with this kind of a lunatic boy, can you just pick me? I have hostels in Mombasa. Imagine a person telling a Mzungu, I don't know why this kind of the people are just challenging the Mzungu that way, that I have a hostel in Mombasa, I have a bigger hotel in Mombasa, I'm going to be taking you there. And yet that Mzungu is not seeing this kind of a boy is working as a handman. You are having, and you are just working in Aymara as a handman, and you are complicating, you are a drunkard, you are just a snuffer, and everything you are just picking. So he never understood it. So this point went ahead as they now started talking about, I can even marry you, I'm an African, I like a Mzungu, I was ever looking for, I've never married. And yet, Gabi, I've never been told that this kind of a boy, the wife went because of what? Because of the drought into the pocket. So that is what befalted. So Gabi went direct. Right now we talked about Gabi gonna be having a crazy time, because the best moment that they did to themselves is whereby the Bushman dude sold a plot to Gabi, and they started sharing the same money, because the person who has a title deed is Bushman dude, and the Bushman dude is the one who sold the plot to Gabi. So it was a contradicting statements there. And when Gabi talked about, now how they started spending the same money, because it's now went to the husband, now they started spending the same money and to the clubs, which now rendered this kind of a boy into a hypocritic time and a hypothalamic way, because they cannot work smartly, because if there's no much of the work done, if there's no much of the leak into the body, there's no cucumberization. So the boy started being crazy and never satisfying this kind of the lady, because she ever needed much of the tension. And now they are going here, having some shenanigans here, fighting from here, every corner, every time. Even Bushman dude stole much of the phones from Gabi and started stealing. And Gabi, whenever tracks the phone, it tracks this kind of the person sold for me. Who sold for you? My husband. It was so krakatuing. So when you see Gabi right now talking about there's no more, it's because of there have been sniffing together, they've been drinking together, they're drunkards. So right now it has reached at a time it can never help them anymore. Because this kind of a guy called the Bushman dude is just he wanted this kind of the things to come. What am I talking about? This kind of the things I'm talking about, the money that was just flowing to their account. Talking about we have to construct an A-frame Airbnb and this and this. So that was the time that they were having a hectic time and a miscellaneous time too. And this is the fact that you can just see right now. Gabby is talking about things are krakatooing. Things are not working. Now Gabby is demoralized and she has to leave Kenya with an immediate effect because even the plot she bought a plot from the husband and the husband ate the money with her. Now they know that there's no money. So the guy doesn't have any work to do. It's just waking up and making sure that where is the liquor. And waking up and knowing that let me go and take some of the puffs and make sure that the dog is making some shenanigans there. We have to reiterate and make sure that things are coming out green. So the dogs here are teaching people the practice makes perfect. That's the most unique thing about the dogs. And that is how the movement was going. And right now, whenever we come out to talk about this is the hesitation that people do, and they make it as something that is absconding our own minds. And this is the real effect that is getting Gabby Vases to leave Kenya and go back to her own Ireland land and make sure that everything is so fantastic. So he's an Irish guy. Yeah, he's an Irish guy. So she has to go back to Irish and make sure that things are so good and very phantom-mented. And this is the beginning. Still much of the things going to be coming to you live, which is one-on-one. Democratize and subscribe, like, share, comment, so as we can just be grooving together as a team, because it's one-on-one. I'm going to be giving you the breaking news whenever they come out, and I reiteratively give you the real series how it goes, because we're going to be making and we're going to be jumbling and jambonizing Jambo Kenya. Happy Ramadan and Ramadan Kareem to everyone who is getting this kind of the session coming out. It is a blessed day that we come today back. Guys, here we are. It's one-on-one live. It's Arasko Ginto back again to the root of today. And here we are. We want to burn much of the charcoal. Guys, we have this kind of the tree trunks here and the tree stumps here. That one and this one and the other one. And we have another big one here. It's one of the animal that's still persisting here. We want to make sure that we are dealing with it perpendicularly per unit time. As we're going to be shaking. You know, guys, here in Africa, we should be so energetic enough to make wonder. Hey, bakuchimbe hapo. Guys, we want to take this kind of a tree stump from here, because this is where we want to start digging out a septic tank to make sure that all water that will be collected from the G Castle, because we have we can call it a gutter from that kind of the position, we want to make sure that it's gonna be dropping water here. That's why this is an area which is a boundary that we want to make sure that this is the section that we're gonna be placing this kind of the tank, which is a septic tank, to collect much of the water and also to have a water tower here. And this is just the preparation. I told you that I don't have much of the time to say about, I have to plan about it. These are the plans. We take the stumps from here and we make it happen, because it's us, it is we, and we're going to be making it coming out from the J Castle. It's one-on-one. Thank you much for everyone who has been tuned and locked in as we are preparing the spaces area to make sure that we're going to be burning charcoal where necessary, so as we can just have a space provided for us to get a septic tank coming out one-on-one. Thank you much for everyone who's been supporting, and people talk about Ginto A, Ginto B, Ginto C, Ginto D. Exactly. But we have much of the moment to go still to make sure that the tree stump is coming down with an immediate effect. And this is the effect coming out. Let's go. 1, 2, let's go. Yeah, we have to dig, excavate, because we have only one stump that is making some anonymous solution here, and we're going to be making it happen because it's just one, because it is shaking like something else. You can check. Look at the surface area. You can check it, guys. It's a very big tree stump that is still persisting in this nature, because this area, it's a good one for us to have a water tower, septic tank also, because I talked about we're going to be having septic tank to collect water from the G castle here, and to have a tower that will be acknowledging to pump water from the septic tank to the top of the tower to make sure they're going to be supplying water to the G castle and my mother too. That is the best moment that we're going to be doing, because the preparation, it's us to make it happen. Not that I have to call people, oh, come and help me to take this kind of the log out. We're going to be burning our own charcoal and just having our own money coming in, because I talked about we should have what is called a cash flow. If you have a cash flow, something that brings money, even if it's small, but it will bring 1 cement, 2 cement. This kind of the tree tanks here, they're going to be bringing like 3 to 4 cements. So we have moved, or we are just still persisting? We are moving. Others are just talking about, oh, no, I cannot do this kind of the work, but we are doing it, guys. And this is the difference between me and them, because I do entitled to know that for us to move, even Rome was built not only in one day, but it had several days for the people to build in decades. But what about me? Even me, this is the move forward. For the people talk about Gintu A, Gintu B, Gintu C, shaking some nyashes there. We're going to be making it happen. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Bado. Akenge kono bene kuruhano. Mambo iko aital kuruka. Mambo itakuwa vulai.
Mwisho hayo.
Ono wansa. Ano akenga kama akekano wansa. Mambo iko chonjo kabisa. Guys, this is how the tree trunk is just, we are getting it from round. As you can just check, the guy is doing it here. It's just rotating all around to make sure that we are forming and cutting some of the roots here to make sure that everything is standard. And this is the way that we have to make it so the tree trunk can come down like a safari rally. This is the best moment that we have here. And after falling, tomorrow we arrange the Chaco, I'm a Chaco banner, I'm a brick banner, any kind of the work you will find Gintu is in it. I'll never talk about all this kind of the job is this way. Whatever somebody is selecting a job, it's just by faulting your own efforts. And for me, I don't select any job. Whenever I got about it's charcoal burning, I'm gonna be burning until the heavens open. Whenever it comes to a bricks burning, I'm gonna burning the bricks until the heaven opens. Whenever I venture myself that this is what I have to do, I have to go in for it with the full force and full enforcement of my own energy, and talk about I have to motivate myself, because I know where I came from, and it's not no one talk about, oh, get to know, you should be psyched to do this. I'll never be psyched with another person who maybe want to talk about, oh, Gintu, you know, you have money, let's go for the party. The party is here. After this one here, tomorrow I'll be having cement. The part will add me nothing. So this is the fact that we have to go forward, and the boys should learn from how the things are moving. And if they're not learning, they'll just wait for the moment whenever it will come, until they'll find that David Jr. has nothing to do with them, and the Mwango will never teach people on how to look for something good. This is a cash flow. Whenever I talk about a cash flow, much of the people talk about, oh, Gintu, what do you mean about the cash flow? A cash flow is where the sources, where you can source money from. Not talk about, oh, I have to depend. I have firewood, guys. Whenever I see things are not working, I have firewood here. I can sell the firewood and I can get a cement. Whenever I see that things are not, I can get the bricks, I can sell the bricks. People talk about we have to get forward. Even if we get forward, positive things will ever add up. Are you good now? Oh, the shaking. You know, now the tree is shaking like now. Right now, I don't know if the demon is shaking. How she's shaking, I don't know if right now she can just stand a nyash. This is why we are shaking, guys, and we are vibing here to make sure that the shaker is coming out. Exactly. So let him cut and make sure that we are vibing with it meticulously. We have a shoka and a djembe. This is called a hoe for the people of Mesopotamia and for the people who are now named Iraq and Iran. And And this is a whole in the past time of Mesopotamia, the agriculture in Mesopotamia. You understand me? Yeah, the roots are being tolerated here, very fantastic. And we have to go with it meticulously. Exactly. These are the roots we are just cutting, because we're going to be using even the roots, guys. These are the roots, and we're going to be using them to fire the same trees and tree trunks here. And we're going to be making sure that things are so awesome and very meticulous. Keep tuned. Let's see how we're going to be falling down with this one over the tree trunk here, because we are the people and we're going to be making it happen. This is just the beginning of making it happen. Dun, 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 dun. Woo. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Bring it. Let's go. Oh. Yeah.
Tumange kwanza amasiki washike wakuikiko vene.
Huh?
Wakiko vene.
Asa woge. Eh?
Wakiko vene.
Tungeka.
Singishi.
Huh?
Singishi.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go camera. Yeah. Padang go hano gomo. Hano. Mai berege yo. Yanga yo. Kamu mana nih? Ay, gak nyampe. Sasa, turigi imiski kan ora ciri kareko. Maka magere.
Gera ye. Gera.
Guys, let us bring a tree trunk that will, this one, whenever it's gonna be falling down, it will just not give us another time. Whenever we want to arrange, it has some scenarios of giving us another time. So let's bring some tree trunks from the upper section there and bring them to this kind of an area. Guys, mercenaries. Look at the German here. The German is carrying like something else. Look at him. Yeah, fantastic. So we want to be using them to make sure that we are getting much of the good time here to arrange this kind of bigger stuff. Oh, you remember how go actually go with Mukiri? Wanna go out hano? Huh? So how the car was sitting, don't you hear hands? Moyoki Roman come I go to know
I can't remember.
You go boom, eh? Eh, had you? That's a one, no? There you go. It's kind of bad when you take monogamy. Exactly. So guys, we are analyzing and making sure that we're going to be framing it whenever we're going to be falling it down, so they cannot give us much of the time and hesitation for us to have this kind of a moment coming out. So keep it tuned. Let's go. Let's make it happen. Sasa, yo moto ni wiki bora go uchana. Sinto ragu hire hare. Haya kata.
Watai. Sikirna tura, interior tura ringi hano. Setura trinda totora.
front rinde. Usento agui mukiri mura. Guys, still we are arranging. We have not yet. Wait for the moment. Iko sawa? Bado.
Ya uko traba. Ndio hata fruit yako.
Sawa. Bado. Otararo.
Gonde. No gonde usingisha.
Sasa
Magwembe.
Oh, hii mama. Wiroje. Hano remira hano penge.
Kau namanya Eva F.
Atar hayo, mainin ndani hayo nkuru.
Nkongu tunankole nafasi.
Tunajaribu iko. Ogorocha lakini. Iki akamuvene gako. Amsatu kumiki. Ndani hayo mure bang. Tega so ndani hara. Yeah. Fantastic. Guys, we have a war. We have a war of dogs. Kuja, kuja. Eh. Guys, you know, my all 3 dogs are cucumberized. So we have some shenanigans here. So we have to, you know, the dogs, you cannot talk about, hey dogs, I don't want you here. Because they can even bite you whenever it comes to, it's not like a human being you can tell, hey, I don't want you to be in that kind of the lady there. I don't want to see you there. But whenever you talk to dogs, my friend, you have to go there, Simutini, and talk to dogs, hey, my Vinodo, please, I don't want you to go and disturb some people's properties here. So I want you to respect. So, and put them for them food. And whenever you give them food, energy comes, and now they, so right now, I don't give them food every time because there are so many. The male have come here. I told you it's a struggle for survival. It's called a man-eat-man society. So that's what we are just having here in terms of the dogs. So things has to come out clearly. So the dogs, they have their own rules and regulation, not like people. So they can just talk about whenever you give them food and their stomach is bearing, they're going to be going out to cucumberize anytime, anywhere. So this is the time. And they are here. You can just see them here. And the one is making sure that it is looking very fantastic here. So that really it is not a good moment here. So. Hi.
Dog. Huh? Dog ni miliki na to saka. Ui.
Siko sawa?
Ui kidogo.
Hai. Ngohi muri gohi.
Mrondo kwa ngogono. Ona basi omere ndio. What is the cucumberization?
Wait.
Pakata wewe ni wewe chukuru bichi.
Tiga. Bana hii naweza toa. Gani?
Hai utro to oku.
Kombe aianguki hapa.
Hainaanguka.
Takenga mbego yumo.
Wewe.
Tohe.
Hii ukanyande ndio msingi.
Ganya. Kono mbwa.
Oye,
na hino. Urusiri goye.
Tigayo gomo.
Hai.
Kido. Ngikare.
Why? Arugombe. Just say we are no kuakia. Twende. Hey. Nirige hano. Lazima.
Nirige hasi.
Okay, come. Wonder going to kangaroo. Mahawoy. Where go yao? Single kangaroo. Okay, kangaroo. Njoo twende chini hivi kombe. Njoo. Twende.
Haya. Atrika nanto. Mikirinda atrika nasuke hoy.
Guys, we are in gym. We are in the gym. Today, whenever we're gonna be having the bouncing ball here, everything gonna be so awesome. Wow. Yeah, he's gonna be bringing much of the stones here because we have laid it down already, but we are having much of the moment still to go because we have some of the roots here that are disturbing here a little bit, but we're gonna be making it happen. Let's go. Hiya. Let's go. Usengo go sabi psha bota gucha eh. Ayo, sawa. Hai. Twende. Mumbengo kwa mule. Nani bote? Asa.
Kirigena liswa.
Twende. Let up. Yeah. Rudi hivi. Put the stones. Haro kuigongera kwa kusiki hapa. Ko sawa? Safi. Sawa. Haya sasa, uninda luteiga. Penye muranyanyua hayo eh? Haya. Twende. Tumikiri.
Tena no nerache. Oninchu.
Twende. Twende. 1, 2, 3. Beta, beta amba fukuhingiro. Guruko kabisa exactly afukuhingiro.
Uroko kabisa.
Tuguringi mbalera.
Ya kidogo ando usimuri wonondi.
Uno muri ko hayi. Rudi.
Kenge ne banga ndani buri bono.
Go kenge wan.
Mira bangi yes.
Guys, we are ongoing with the work as continuously here, and let's go on. Let's make it happen. We're gonna be making it happen. Guys, now we are cleaning because it has already fallen down. Now we are cleaning because if you leave this kind of the soil in between this kind of the log and are not clean, it cannot get fire to all sides of the tree trunk, so as they can just get much of the fire. So it has to be cleaned so fantastic before making sure that you are arranging it into we can just call it roasting charcoal, or you can talk about burning charcoal in terms of how the language gonna be coming. So we have to clean using an talk about an axe, and this is the moment forward of making sure that things are coming out so fantastic. So it's gonna be arranged here this is the site that we have just arranged to make sure that it's going to be sleeping here, so as we cannot have much of the energy to pull it from there, because we have this kind of the trunks here, and we're going to be placing them on top or at the sides, and we have much of the firewood that we're going to be used in terms of burning it up to make sure that fire is getting to all positions onto the trunk, and it's going to be coming out very fantastic, the tree trunk. Exactly. So this is the moment going forward, and everything is so fantastic. So whenever we arrange and we make it happen, we're going to be giving you much of the respondent about what is really happening onto the root and onto the grassroots as we make it happen. Much of the people are asking about, oh, Gintu, can you show us how you burn much of the charcoal into your area? So I'm going to be showing you the segment after segment how you struggle to make sure that you are excavating out the tree trunk, and also how you are making sure that you are removing the soil from the roots, and making sure that how you are arranging and how you can just put much of the firewood, and how you're gonna be lighting, and how you enclose it with much of the leaves and the soil on top, and how are you going to lit, and how is the space left whenever you want to lit that kind of the charcoal to burn out so effective. So this is the way forward, and I'm gonna be talking about it. Thank you very much for everyone who's been tuned and making sure that we're gonna be rectifying whatever has to be rectified, and showing you what is the way forward as we're gonna be making it happen. So you have Sigano here. You want to say something, man? Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful people. Yeah, welcome to It's Underscore Sigano here.
Exactly.
And also It's Underscore Gintu.
Wagwan.
Yeah, that's something we share in common. It's underscore.
Yeah, it's underscore.
That's what we share.
Yeah.
And you can see me, my hands are handing now. Blacking, something like that.
Chaco.
Yeah, we were pushing. What is
falling
it
down? Yeah, a tree trunk.
Tree trunk.
Trunk.
Okay. Yeah, we were pushing it. The gentleman here wants to redeem with charcoal.
Deal.
Yeah, you can see much of the roots are around here.
Yeah, the roots.
Yeah.
Which roots? Are you talking about reggae?
No.
I was talking about okay.
Tree roots. Yeah, another tracks are here. Another one is there.
Yeah, man.
Something like this. Another one
like
is
four
there.
of them, eh?
Yeah.
So we're gonna be placed together and formulated in a design.
Exactly.
That whenever you lit from one place, it's gonna be lighting a whole of it.
Exactly.
And whenever you lit a whole of it, now you whatever you're waiting for, and closing it using sand and how are they called?
Some leaves
first. Then you put the whole of it leaves.
Yeah.
So as whenever you put sand, it cannot penetrate inside.
Exactly.
And also you have another thing called. Also
you have to do a strong foundation.
A strong foundation.
Exactly.
Or you have to put some sticks aside.
Yeah.
And make sure that those kind of the leaves cannot attach themselves out.
Exactly.
And also when there's something that you go and dig like grass, which is a whole of it.
Yeah.
Talk about arikindia. Arikin.
So that's one. Yeah. Whenever you use it, you know it have a large surface area.
Large surface area exposed. Yeah. So whenever you bark it there, it's going to be so fantastic. Yeah. It's going to be covering much of the sides.
Exactly.
That you're going to be making sure that you are kubusa is called what?
Kubusa. Covering or what?
No, it's called suffocate.
Oh.
You want to suffocate the trunk so as they can just
trunks, whenever now they suffocate, they don't need.
They dry fast. Whenever you put fire, whenever they were raw, or that they call raw.
Raw or dry? What can you say?
The opposite of dry.
Opposite of dry.
A tree is wet.
Wet, really?
A live tree like this one here, how can you call it? The dry one, it has dried.
Undried.
The one that has,
maybe you can say undried tree. Something
undried.
like that, yeah.
Oh, I said raw.
No. raw are vegetables.
Or raw are vegetables.
Exactly.
Or uncooked.
Uncooked vegetables.
Oh, those are raw.
Are raw.
Yeah. So the tree which is naughty, or it is ani.
The one that is
dried.
The one that is still alive, like this one,
is wet.
A live tree.
A live tree.
A live tree.
Not wet.
No.
Oh, do you know wet?
Wet. Yeah, wet.
Not wet, angura.
So many things becomes wet. We cannot say that
they are watery.
Yeah.
Exactly. So guys, we're going to be democratizing back to the tree trunk here to make sure that you're going to be uplifted again and be placed where necessary for us to go. Exactly. Let's go to the work. Let's talk much of the action on the new. Let's go. Guys, the tree trunk is slipping down. Let's go. 20. Jonte!
Yeah, man.
Jonte, my cartoon is here.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
Tusukume hivi, si ndio?
Yende huko eh.
Sibo mkuja hapa tusongeze kwenda.
Songa.
Kakora ara jo.
Sasa watachirin mswaya.
Haya. Twende. Songa jo. Jonde toka.
Ayezi la.
Ilale.
Haya. Yaachia tutaigeuza.
Iteme kamera.
Tutakoma.
Guys, here the work is there. So even charcoal burning is something else. So here we go. Let's prepare it. Tuirudishe hivi.
Jaribu kuitwist kama mzee. Vitanda kwe. Ndio hiyo.
Go sawa.
Tuachie hapo ama. Hebu kuja mwana.
Tora sasa haniga. Hanu.
Sikirno ndio toka atole.
Lio mbujarre. Tigana na lio. Tora hanirigana. Mahan.
Ayo.
Tora kugisikega. Tagachiriringa. Akan.
Dirino oi.
Tuinoju.
Ai.
Twende kom.
Mikira. Iya.
Bado.
Twende.
Hapo.
Aya. Kwani tena narudi.
Hapo fiti. Yeah. Murabona watu ndao tunashukuru haki ya Mungu. Kiwango wote tebe sasa sobo kanje. Mura atu no baru mura rore hangiro poneke.
Kwa hasi.
Mura.
Atoka bange yalo bana chapu kidogo.
Iga.
Wa muhori.
Guys, even it is like my rib. Somebody who was owning my rib here as a wife. I don't know if yours is here available. I don't know. It is like it is gone. Yeah.
So
exactly.
She took part of it.
Yeah, the person who was to take one of the rib, it's no longer available. Now my hand has to shake it outside here like.
So she is not lucky. She will not get some.
Yeah. The one that you had to take, it's already taken with this the trunk. Now I have to hang like a is it called? Dagatomo is called what? A drum.
Dagatomo or a zombie.
Yeah, no, a zombie is no, not that one. The things that you hang this way is like
the drum.
So you have to hang it this way. You understand? Yeah.
So you'll be hanging
so,
like a bit.
Yeah, I'm hanging. Amura. Yeah guys, so we have just made sure that it's now sleeping on top of the other trees, as you can just check here, so as they cannot get down, as we're gonna be making sure that whenever you're gonna be firing from here, so it's gonna be so fantastic as things are gonna be coming out very fun. Now Kimberly is here to finish the video. And you are short like something else. What are you talking about? In English? No, in English. Why? Oh, you want mandazi?
Yes.
So, oh, let me go to town and bring mandazi, yeah? Are you gonna wait for it? And you don't feel that it is cold season? It is cold. Go and wear the jacket. Or a sweater. And sin naenda nunua nikulete. So Kimberly is here, and Kimberly want her rights and make sure that the rights are reserved. And for us to make sure that the rights are reserved, we have to continue with the vibe as the way normal. Nakuja. Thank you very much, guys. Keep it tuned, keep it locked. This is the end of this kind of the video. Thank you very much for you being tuned and locked in and making sure that you are subscribing, liking and sharing as you have made it happen. This is just the day as they are just going. Today it was a rainy day, and today no one came out in terms of the G Castle construction, because they're going to be coming tomorrow, so they can just be removing this kind of the formwork down, as they sent me a crowbar. I've just already bought a crowbar that you can just even take some nails with it. So everything is so fantastic as we're going to be making it happen. So keep it tuned, keep it locked, as tomorrow we're going to be democalizing back to the G Castle and making it happen.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So tomorrow will you going to be planting the maize?
Yeah, tomorrow we're going to be planting maize also. And also tomorrow we're going to be having the G Castle ongoing and making sure that this kind of the formwork is removed, and the continuation, and making sure that the construction where it has not been constructed to be constructed. Yeah.
Okay. So
and the iron sheet gonna be make sure that the bricks also tomorrow after finishing this work of planting maize, we're gonna be coming back to the bricks and put them inside the house as Agashagwa impeached. Gonna be going back to the session, making sure that 10,000 bricks are gonna be formulated this season.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So he will also be continuing with
exactly.
the bricks.
Yeah, 10,000 again, so as we can just have 40.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. So today we'll just sleep.
Yeah.
Praying for
tomorrow
for much energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, for democratizing with the bricks and also going to the shamba.
Exactly. Tomorrow we're gonna be planting maize. And I told
so the ones that will be on the shamba.
Yeah.
Will they the ones to democratize the bricks?
Yeah, you know, we have some several shambas. So for tomorrow, we're going to be handling the ones that are here, and tomorrow we're going to be handling the others that are, tomorrow but one, that are just far away from here. So the work of tomorrow is not so big. We can just finish it with 2 hours, and we go back to the bricks. Okay. Yeah, it will be a work of the day. So it's the same. As you can just go with a djembe and make sure that it's the whole day. 2 hours, come for the breakfast, we go for another work and finish it.
That's fantastic.
Exactly. So keep it tuned, guys. Keep it locked. Respect and everything is so fantastic. Go subscribe to It's_Sigano and make a vibe and make it happen. So we have Kimberly here. Kimberly, hello.
Say hi.
Hi.
Thank you very much. You are done. Exactly. So, guys, that's the moment. We have the closing chapter as you're going to be closing. Say bye.
Bye. And like the mandras.